Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moments. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Swallowed Star based on novel. So let's start. Within the whirlpool, the sealed star was revolving and floating up slower and slower, almost like it was being stopped by something. So many sealed stars. There's got to be thousands of them. Wow! Shocked voices. Around the huge whirlpool, revolving sealed stars were floating about. Every one of them with diameters of 9,000 kilometers to 90,000 kilometers. With one glance, there were thousands of them all moving gradually within. They were all revolving about the center of the whirlpool. The one sealed star that had floated out was the most glaring of the group. This scene immediately made the over 100,000 Undyings there go crazy. Many of them already cannot wait. Luo Feng glanced. Young. Chen Chen called out to him beside, "Do you want the sealed star? Don't tell me you don't want it." Luo Feng glanced at him beside and smiled. Who would come risk their life if they didn't want it? However, our chances of getting it are very low. There are over 100,000 Undyings here, of which there's Nan Chen, Black Tomb, Da Long etc., a total of 9 terrifying beings. They are strong, but there are over 100,000 Undyings here. Their individual strengths have been diminished. Who would dare go against a group? Even the knights, if hit by a combined attack of over 100,000 emperors, would die from the attack. Chen Chen said, "I've already contacted the emperor limits, forming an alliance with about 1,000 allies around. We'll attack together and get the treasure." Over 1,000 allies forming an alliance. Luo Feng was shocked. Chen Chen said, "I've already sent a request via the virtual universe system to have a meeting, allowing all those with access to enter. This temporary meeting room, whether it was in the outer region wars or secret regions, Undyings could frequently set them up under dire circumstances. The moment the request was approved, Undyings invited could immediately enter and they could make quick decisions. Naturally, the cost wasn't small. However, it wasn't much to an emperor. I've sent mass mail out to remind them we have to hurry and make a move to have a chance." Chen Chen said. "Attention, I am Chen Chen Emperor and I've sent out mail to you all. After reading it, please immediately head to the meeting room." Chen Chen communicated, making over 1,000 Undying allies in the human camp exchange glances, all sending their consciousness into the virtual universe to check their mails. Virtual universe, within a special space. There were many islands there with several others floating in the sky. Every island had a magnificent meeting room. Anyone who requested to use these rooms could use them at any time. Within the room, there was a huge round table. There were stone-carved thrones about, a total of 1,000 of them. Xiao! 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 Silhouettes appeared around on the thrones, as the number of warriors grew. Luo Feng and Chen Chen appeared on thrones too. Within 10 seconds, the 1,000 thrones were filled, almost all of them emperors. "Attention all!" Chen Chen spoke, according to the rules from before about the sealed star falling. From the time it appears to the time it falls, it has to slowly break through the barriers about it to finally fall. This would take quite some time. We still have time to plan now. However, the fight for the sealed star has attracted many warriors about, even Black Tomb and Da Long and others have appeared. If we don't team up, we have no hope at all. Right, we all came here not to watch them get the treasure. An Undying with powerful energy covered in heavy armor said. There are a huge number of warriors. The moment the star falls, it'll be an all-out war. A team that is too big will be hard to control. 1,000 Undyings is just nice. Chen Chen continued. We may not be a match for Black Tomb if we are alone, but with 1,000 of us, with almost all at Emperor level, we won't have to worry too much. Also, there are 11 Emperor limits and 8 Pinnacle Emperors proficient in soul attacks. Luo Feng was shocked. The percentage was really high. Among normal Emperors, it was hard for even 1 out of 100 to hit Emperor limit level. The main thing was that many of the weaker warriors had left early, leaving only the strong. Hence, the percentage was so high. There are over 1,000 emperors. With our forces combined, even Da Long or Black Tomb wouldn't dare pick a fight with us alone. Chen Chen said, with 1,000 of us, we have a chance. Chen Chen, who will the sealed star go to? A distant other race Undying immediately shouted. Very simple, when it first begins, we will combine forces. He smiled. As to who gets the sealed star, that'll depend on luck. Whoever gets it, our alliance will automatically disband then. At least we are all allies in the army system, and we cannot kill each other. As for the one that gets the sealed star, he'll have to depend on his own fleeing ability. To expect others to help him after getting the treasure, even if I say it, I doubt anybody will do it. Ha ha. Cackle. All sorts of laughter came from the group of Undyings. They resounded throughout the meeting room. As to the plan, there's no need. When I send out the message, we will all help each other out later. I believe no emperor is that stupid. Chen Chen said. When we combine forces later, we only have one goal. When the sealed star falls, we will all get as close as possible. Whoever gets it will be up to luck and skill. Does everybody agree with my suggestion? He looked around. If there are any objection, please speak up. The entire room was silent, no one said anything. To be able to reach Emperor level, they would all naturally be clear about the plan. Such an alliance had to be naturally formed against beings like Da Long and Nan Cheng. After all, with over 100,000 emperors here, no one was here to play around, everybody had ambition. Very good. Chen Chen smiled. Our alliance is formed. A distant human warrior smiled too. It was a pinnacle emperor, Kangxi Emperor. Normally, such alliances had humans as the core. We'll work together. As to who gets the sealed star and whether he can keep it, it'll depend on his own skill. Good. Howl. Battle. All sorts of noises were heard. Even other race languages could be heard. It was obvious the group was excited and filled with anticipation. Actually, there was hope to flee with the sealed star. Like if Luo Feng or some others got it, he could immediately flee into their group of allies. While they may not be too happy about it, they wouldn't dare betray him. And the other enemies would have no way to do combined attacks either. If they did, it would hit the other human warriors and they would naturally block it together. In such a mess, having allies as shields definitely gave one the hope of surviving. Of course, the chances of falling was much higher. Luo Feng stood in mid-air and looked around, clearly seeing the many Undyings floating above the peaks, naturally forming their own groups and moving. It was obvious that they were secretly forming their alliances. Many of the warriors here didn't have the strength to match up to Da Long or Black Tomb or Seven Blade, however no one was willing to simply let them get away with it. Even Luo Feng. Even though he was on alert about everything within Star Tower, he too wanted to try and get the sealed star. Young, can you, Emperor? Chen Chen said, we 9 are all humans, we'll definitely be more united. HM. Luo Feng nodded. But of course. A distant short white-haired man with a white beard said. Chen Chen, Luo Feng, and Can You were the strongest of the 9 humans. What followed them were the pinnacle emperors and high emperors. The 9 humans didn't have any low emperors or officials. It's a pity that Seven Blade won't help us. Kangxi communicated, if he joins us, we would become cannon fodder. Chen Chen roared. Do you know how strong he is, and with his high position? Haven't you realized that there are many warriors that he's already brought over beside him? He is the disciple of a universe master, his wealth must be insane, buying these warriors over. These warriors know their chances of getting the sealed star are very low. But, to get some benefit and make allies with Seven Blade, there are many would be willing. If it was me, I'd be willing too. Kangxi muttered. You punk. Chen Chen couldn't even force a smile. Stop messing about, look below. Can You shouted. Luo Feng and the group of 9 humans all looked down. That sealed star within the whirlpool was floating upwards, However, it fought hard against a formless pressure. As it floated, Luo Feng could visibly see ripples, countless ripples holding the star back. Whether it was that sealed star that was about to fall or the other thousands revolving about, they were all held back by the same ripples. That's the energy of Star Tower. It holds back the countless sealed stars. We cannot get close. Chen Chen said softly. If we forcefully pierce through that barrier, we will definitely fall. No warrior here has the guts to do that, and they are all waiting for the sealed star to fall itself. Everybody is being careful. When the star breaks through later, even though the barrier will be broken and there'll be no energy holding back the thousands of stars, we'll be able to actually fly to the countless stars. However, don't ever do that, unless a star falls on its own. Even a universe master is unable to forcefully take it away. The result of such greed is only one, death. Minutes and seconds passed as the sealed star rushing upwards got stronger and stronger. That formless pressure around created a ripple that was visible to all. Almost like a soap bubble, above a sewing needle. No matter how solid and sturdy the bubble was, as long as the needle reached the bubble, it would pop. Time passed and the blur of warriors all looked down, all patiently waiting. Rumble, an explosion shook the space about. The sealed star that was rushing upwards immediately shot up, becoming a glaring light and rushing into the sky. The sealed star had emerged. Over 100,000 undyings from all over the universe gathered here. When the sealed star rushed up, it was like a stone breaking the surface of water. The silence was instantly broken. The vast group of undyings all began to move. All sorts of long-distance attacks instantly erupted. Rumble. The originally calm space around was like a piece of paper, as it tore apart and countless fragments were thrown all around. Countless fragments caused the flight for many undyings to get a lot harder. Space lock. Space lock. The instant the sealed star erupted, a large amount of Pinnacle Emperors unleashed space lock, as they didn't want to allow the other warriors to teleport to the sealed star and take it away. Quick, rush forward. Go. The space has been locked, teleportation is useless, let's combine forces, hurry. Chen Chen hurriedly communicated. Luo Feng, who had wanted to let Heavy Arrow teleport him over, saw that space had crumbled into countless fragments, and its regeneration speed couldn't keep up with the rate of destruction. With large amounts of warriors unleashing space lock, he could only order, Heavy Arrow, give up on teleporting, let's fly over. Yes, Master. Remember, keep your god energy around me at all times, stop any warriors from using soul attacks on me. Luo Feng ordered mentally. His greatest weakness was his soul defense, even though he had Beast God Howl with 32 times soul amplification combined with Emperor-level law comprehension, and a terrifying willpower. Also, the Golden Horned Beast naturally had a strong consciousness. Many things combined. It made his soul defense akin to a high official. After the silver armor and the Shawu wings diffused most of the attacks, even a high emperor proficient in soul attacks would find it hard to kill him. But he could still be affected by the soul attack. And a pinnacle emperor proficient in soul attacks was able to be a huge threat to him. Of course, that's only if he didn't burn his undying body. If he did, even a low emperor would be able to kill Luo Feng's earth body. Luckily, there were very few proficient in soul attacks. Luo Feng hadn't suffered before, but there were over 100,000 warriors here. There were plenty of such warriors. Even though his earth body was only one of the bodies which is able to be reborn after destruction, but to have his soul destroyed here under such circumstances would be disastrous. Yes, Master. Heavy Arrow followed him. They rushed towards the sealed star. The other 1,000 undyings about did the same. Block! Block! Chen Chen shouted hurriedly. Luo Feng and the group all released undying energy attacks together to form a combined barrier and shield to block the terrifying attacks. Rumble. An all-out war. Over 100,000 undyings from the four camps were made up of over 95% emperors. They had already secretly formed their own alliances before. Be it an alliance of 500, 1,000 or 2,000, the combined attacks may not be as precise as a buck army attack, but its power was terrifying. There was only one way to block such attacks. Similarly, using hundreds to thousands of warriors together to defend. Madness. Luo Feng held his breath. Even with his powerful defense, he didn't dare go up against such combined attacks. Block. Be careful. Rush, go, go. Chen Chen and the other Emperor Limits or Pinnacles proficient in soul attacks all shouted anxiously. Not good. Luo Feng was naturally safe within the group. Looking in the distance where the sealed star was, there were already large amounts of warriors getting close. The attacks and explosions there were the most terrifying. This made Luo Feng's expression change. When we were together earlier, with tens of thousands from the human camp together, even though we split into our little groups, we wouldn't attack each other. The distant attacks would only occasionally hit us, we only needed to defend once or twice. In all, it wasn't too dangerous. However, getting close to the sealed star, it's a complete mess. Luo Feng had the feeling that his group may have the first casualty. Rush. They were only a group of 1,000 Undyings, rushing forward as a group towards the sealed star. Simultaneously, the other tens of groups were doing the same. The teams lagging behind all gritted their teeth and attacked over and over at those rushing at the sealed star. Rumble. The area near the star constantly had explosions, the space around had been completely destroyed, leaving nothing but stream particles. Even though the teams were getting close, no one dared to rush in. Because the combined attacks from the teams that landed on the sealed star itself were all already capable of killing knights. The sealed star was truly a treasure even knights would go crazy for. Such attacks didn't even scratch it. As the teams got closer, there were less teams behind and the attacks got weaker. And as the number of teams getting close to the sealed star grew, they could easily work together to defend the attacks from behind. It may seem slow. In truth, in the 12th second after the sealed star erupted, the star was finally not attacked, because the earlier attacks had knocked it so much it flew downwards. Grab the treasure! Grab it! The many Undyings all madly rushed at the sealed stuff. In an instant, over 10,000 Undyings rushed towards the surface of the star. This was a star that was the size of a planet. Even with over 100,000 Undyings landing on it, there would still be plenty of room. The Undyings used their greatest speed to send their undying energy into the sealed star, wanting to leave their soul imprint. To control a treasure, one had to completely leave a spirit imprint, and this had to be done within the shortest amount of time. However, with over 10,000 Undyings, the difference between the fastest and slowest was probably less than 0.1 seconds. In such a short time, with so many imprints, naturally they all failed. Leaving an imprint required one to be alone and not disturbed. The treasure could after all only have one master. Luo Feng and his team were the second group to land on the sealed star. There were already over 30,000 Undyings then. How will this work? Luo Feng rubbed the star, failing as he shook his head. More and more Undyings were gathering on the star, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. Rumble. A terrifying combined attack instantly descended from afar. The thousands of Undyings on the star surface immediately unleashed their defenses, easily blocking the attack. However, the force of the attack knocked the star downwards even faster. Rumble. 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 The many attacks from afar were easily blocked by the Undyings on the star. It's them. Luo Feng glanced. There were about 30,000 Undyings floating in mid-air in their groups. Among this group, Da Long, Black Tomb and Seven Blade, the 9 terrifying beings all led their own teams. They didn't rush over at all. The strong and the weak have different methods. Luo Feng thought. Chen Chen and the others are weaker, they can only rush to get to the star first. And the absolute beings like Da Long, even if a lucky Undying got the star, they have a guarantee of killing him and taking the treasure from him. Flee! Quickly flee! A piercing order resounded, many Undyings around quickly spread the word as they madly fled from the star. Rumble, the sealed star was already moving extremely fast downwards. Even though the formless pressure below was broken, it was still the energy of Star Tower. The ripples formed after grew even more violent, some fleeing from it were hit by attacks from other Undyings. Even if they didn't die, they were knocked backwards, into the mad Star Tower energy. Whether it was a low emperor or pinnacle emperor or even an emperor limit, the moment they were hit downwards and unable to dodge, flying into the energy ripples, they would instantly be reduced to ashes. Some warriors' weapons were instantly destroyed, while some world rings broke as well. The better rings may not break. What terrifying power! Luo Feng was shocked. That formless barrier was stable before, forcing back the countless sealed stars and the terrifying force behind it. Now that it was broken, the formless barrier itself became a mad source of energy. Combined with the other similar energies around, it produced the mysterious energy of Star Tower, easily destroying the emperors. Whoever touched it would die without doubt. Treasure. Dishi Emperor's World Ring. It's mine. The danger from below where the thousands of sealed stars were located terrified all the warriors above. However, those unlucky ones that died left behind huge amounts of treasure that floated about, making many rush to get them. Because the powerful energies pushed the items left behind up, it was easy to take the treasures. Amidst the mess, the 9 absolute warriors led their teams, seemingly in no rush. You think the sealed star would be so easy to get? The automaton warrior Life Full Emperor gazed coldly from afar. He was dressed in gold armor with black skin. They are too anxious. The tens of thousands of exits haven't even appeared. Even if they get the star, they won't be able to flee, they'll only become a target. He had forgotten. The other Undyings weren't as powerful as he was. If they didn't make their move early and stood in the distance, waiting till the final moment, they would have no chance at all. Getting the sealed star is the second goal, Seven Blade is the first. He shot a look at the distant Seven Blade Emperor. The automaton race had detailed information about the Seven Blade Emperor. He was their number 3 target on their list to assassinate amongst the human geniuses. Rank number 1 was the genius sector Lord Luo Feng, who was comparable to Kudai, and was accepted as a disciple of the terrifying Primal Chaos City leader. According to their information, Luo Feng should be in the outer region wars, with many Undyings dying by his hand, after which he disappeared. He should be hiding from the danger. Ranked number 2 was Dream Fire Emperor. Ranked 3rd was Seven Blade Emperor. Humanity was one of the 4 pinnacle races. Anyone able to be ranked as the 3rd genius on their assassination list must have extraordinary talent, mental strength and encounters, like Seven Blade Emperor. The automaton race had already confirmed that he had the treasure 7 blades, and others like Space Grasp etc. He should have also gotten some special inheritance from the Universe Master before. The inheritance he got may very likely be from the Universe Top Power, the Ancestor Gods, and it's the ultimate inheritance. Life Full Emperor said, if he keeps growing, he will definitely become a terrifying being in humanity. We must kill him. Make him fall, even if his teacher reverses time and space to revive him. The cost of reviving such a warrior that's close to invincible emperor and with such a terrifying inheritance will definitely be akin to reviving a knight. And his treasure, 7 blades, along with the space grasp and other things, will come to us. Life Full looked at the distant team that 7 Blade Emperor led. 7 Blade Emperor carried his 7 blades on his back and floated in space, gazing at the distant sealed star, not rushing at all. Get ready. Life Full ordered secretly. The automaton race were extremely strict and orderly, akin to the most organized race in the entire universe, with the characteristics of living AIS. They were incredibly synchronized. The highest authority here was Life Full Emperor, the others would follow his orders all the way. As for the other races under the automaton camp, they too had acquired the virtual world system from them. The rewards given within made them submit too. Target the 7 Blade Emperor. 6th formation. Activate the separating tower. Attack. When the Bug Queen Nanchen, Da Long, 7 Blade and Life Full Emperors were watching the fight, the sealed star was knocked so far low it landed in the danger region. The moment it hit that part, many emperors instantly fell, causing fear amongst the rest. Items. World rings. Grab them. The tens of fallen Undyings had left behind many items that the rest fought to get their hands on. Ha, the bottom area is dangerous. It's filled with the mad energy of Star Tower itself. The moment one touches it, he will fall. It's usually very hard for us to kill the other emperors. However, now as long as we knock them into that area, they will die without a doubt. Kill. The large portion of Undyings that had just fled from the dangerous region immediately began to fight it out. While they may have stayed in their groups when they rushed towards the sealed star, now, everything was in a complete mess. Everybody fought for survival, as they distanced themselves from the sealed star. The camps began to fight each other, the teams were all gone. Only the camps in general were left. Rumble. Rumble. Spirit weapons, soul attacks, energy attacks, automaton weapon attacks. Amidst the fragmented space, some unlucky warriors were pushed into the dangerous regions and instantly destroyed. Grab them all. Ha ha, I've been waiting for this moment. The sealed star isn't something I can get, but using the dangerous region, I can actually kill many other camp emperors. I may easily get tens of billions to hundreds of billions. A six-armed human giant killed excitedly. Whether it was the humans, automatons, demons or bugs, or the other countless races, they were all killing and grabbing whatever they could. It's madness. The sealed star can only have one owner. Hence, many will die because of it. Luophone looked around at the dangerous region below. But that region can easily wipe out these emperors with undying bodies. This is a rare chance. Those emperor limits have gone all out. Suddenly, a jade-green light rippled throughout, instantly covering the vast space, stunning the over 100,000 emperors. Luophone and Heavy Arrow were both stunned too, and they looked over. In the distance, Lifefall led his automaton team with over 100 automaton warriors. They all wielded a 3m tall tower-like weapon, and Lifefall Emperor had one that was close to 20m tall. There were close to 900 other emperors that simultaneously burned their undying bodies, every 8 or 9 of them supporting each automaton warrior, creating terrifying energies to pour into the towers. The over 100 towers all gave off a terrifying pulse network that gathered in Lifefall Emperor's huge tower. After which, one ripple of jade-green light pulsed through the area and shot straight at Seven Blades' team. Separation Tower. Seven Blades' usual calm expression suddenly changed greatly, and his eyes were filled with shock. The automatons are going all out for me. Burn. Act according to the plan I said earlier. He shouted madly. As one of the 9 superpowers here, Seven Blade had already set up a plan for offense and defense earlier. None of the emperors under him hesitated. The automaton side was aiming straight at Seven Blade. If they didn't act, he would die without a doubt. However, the ripples from the attack alone was enough to kill them all. Hence the human camp warriors all simultaneously burnt their undying bodies. The peculiar thing was, they dispersed the energy from their burnt undying bodies into mid-air. How? Seven Blade opened his large mouth. A gold river shot right out. This gold river had many ancient beast statues along its side, of which there was the beast god statue too. In the center of it, there was a barren spot. As it shot out, it instantly swallowed all the dispersed energy from the human camp. Rumble, the energies rushed in. The ancient river swallowed all the energy and erupted, instantly spreading a formless gold net that completely covered the over 1,000 warriors of the human camp. Rumble, the jade-green beam shot out from the separation tower hit the gold net. Ancient beast images appeared throughout the gold net. It's really the ancestor gods. Lifefall gritted his teeth at the scene. My guess was right. This was the first time Seven Blade revealed the ancient gold river. Luophone was stunned. The separation tower was a super weapon from the automaton race, and its price was comparable to true treasures. However, he didn't expect Seven Blade to take out the ancient gold river. Just its energy and the beast's projections about made all the warriors there know that this was a terrifying treasure. One had to know that the automaton Lifefall had long prepared his plan and unleashed his strongest attack. And even though Seven Blade reacted on the spot, and the amount of undying energy the human camp burnt was far from the automaton side, the net formed from the gold river was still sufficiently strong enough to defuse the attack from the separation tower. It was obvious the gold river's defense far exceeded the tower. Strong. Terrifying. The many undyings were all shocked, losing all confidence in getting the sealed star. Kill. Kill. The four camps were in an all-out war. Close to 100,000 warriors were fighting and madly killing, and any warrior caught close to the danger region because of the fights instantly fell. Space fell apart around them. Many exits appeared everywhere, and thousands of them were visible. The tens of thousands of exits. The exits have appeared. Anyone who's seen the history of the sealed star falling would know that once the killing got too extreme within the area, many exits would appear and each exit led to individual forbidden spaces. One could swiftly head to any of them and leave the area. As long as one left, they could escape. Flee. Let's hurry and go. The weaker warriors were completely shocked by the madness, heading to the closest exits and leaving. Kill. Kill them all. There won't be another chance if they escape. The Emperor Limits and Pinnacle Emperors, however, were going all out. They wanted to make use of the dangerous region to kill as many as they could to take all their treasures and remains. To them, there would never be such an easy chance to kill so many emperors. Even though Luo Feng had come here, he wasn't as crazy about the sealed star as the others. Even towards killing the other emperors, he wasn't that interested. If there was any interest at all, it only towards the entire Star Tower itself. That calling that exceeded the king armor, even the black metal board. Yet I cannot become its master. The moment I came so much happened, and a sealed star even fell. Luo Feng thought. He didn't think of this as a coincidence at all, about the strong calling that brought him here and the fact that the star chose to fall only when he came. Was there such coincidence in the universe? Maybe so, but the chances were extremely low. Luo Feng believed that there was something special here. Because of the calling of the Star Tower, the sealed star naturally didn't interest him too much. Hence, he simply followed along and mixed in with the teams, and when they rushed, he did so too. Until he got to the sealed star, he didn't run around randomly, and simply stayed close to Tian Chen and Kangqi Emperor along with the other strong warriors. Later on, when the star entered the dangerous regions, he fled along with the large group. In all, he was just tagging along and mixed in with the army, quietly observing everything and seeing if there was any difference between this star's falling with those in the past. But in overall till now, there hadn't been anything special. If my guess is right. During the process of the star falling, there should be something special. Luo Feng had been waiting for that moment. Part 1 end here.